You think if you just work harder, you'll get ahead. I thought the very same thing when I started my very first business 8 years ago. It was a mobile welding business. It was just me, a truck, and a welding machine. Over the course of 2 years, I turned into a six-figure business, but there was 5 major lessons that I learned that I now know I wish I knew when I was starting out. I want to share those with you, and hopefully it'll help you get ahead faster than I got ahead, and you don't make the same mistakes that I did. So lesson number 1 is don't treat every job the same, because they are not. When you first get started, you have the idea, man, I'm going to do it all. I will take it all on. And I found that there's really 3 specific types, and there's maybe more, but I break it down pretty simply into either new install, repair, or retrofitting. They have different nuances. As far as planning is the main one, though. For new install, you need a lot more pre-planning, and you need to put a lot more time into design on how this is all going to work out, and then you can prepare for it. Repair work, not so much. You show up, you don't really know what you're getting into. You just need to have all the right tools to be able to do any kind of repair work that you're going to get into. So a lot less prep on the job side, but you need to be very well prepared on the tool side so you have everything you need when you arrive and do the repair, hopefully while you're there, not having to do a bunch of back and forth, because that's what's going to just kill a bunch of your profit if you're just running around all the time, burning up time, because you could be on to your next job. And third is retrofitting. And that one is entirely a different beast, and it's really kind of a combination of the both. Is you need to plan, but usually it doesn't quite go as you had planned. You have to think on the fly. You have to make sure you can modify on the fly. So there's pre-planning, and you have to have all the tools to make sure it's going to work out the way that you need it to, even though you thought you had it planned, because nothing goes according to plan on retrofits, or they don't go as well as you wish they would. So the number 1 lesson that I learned, or the first lesson I learned, was don't treat every job the same. Make systems for each type of job that you're going to take on, because each one has its own things that you need to be prepared for. Just some small little systems will make you get so far ahead and really make you more efficient when you're approaching jobs. You're already in the right mindset of how you're going to attack it. Lesson number 2 was hustle will burn you out. I first started out, I figured if I hustle really hard, I'm going to make tons of cash. I just got to grind. And to a degree, that's right, until you hit your tipping point. And what you'll find out, or I did later on from when I first started, was that once you hustle so hard and you hit that limit, things will start slipping through the cracks. You'll start making mistakes, and you'll slowly get more and more inefficient. And really, it's not a business at all. You're just treating it as a job. You're just working hard, because without systems, that's all it is. You've built yourself a trap. You've built yourself a really good paying job, and it's not a business. So start with systems early, and don't get so caught up in the hustle that you're not treating it like something that you want to be able to scale, because these systems are something you'll be able to pass to someone, or you'll be able to have in place to make things more efficient, so you're not spending the same amount of time to do the same task over and over and over again. You want to systematize. You want to work less. So don't get in your head that hustle is the way to go. You want to think, let's optimize, let's systematize, hustle, but make it more efficient. So quick little sidebar off of that. If you're just getting started and you're not even that busy, that is the best time to really start trying to think ahead and build systems that would be beneficial for you down the road. Don't wait till you're completely slammed and learning lesson number 2. Do it now. Don't get in your head, think, oh, I'm just a small business, or I don't have that much going on yet. Don't think that way. Start thinking like a big business from the get-go, and I promise you it'll help you in the future, because when you get so busy, then you'll really not have time to do it. So take the time when you have the time to start with these systems. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just start simple, but please just start. Lesson number 3, track your damn numbers. Don't just be going out there doing this work and just grabbing the cash and throw it in your pocket, because I guarantee you there's something being left on the table. You think, hey, I'm charging so much an hour, I'm doing great, whatever, 100, 150, depends on where you're at. You might not be able to get away with that per hour, but you think you're making big money. If you're not tracking the numbers, every time you make a mistake, every time I did, made a mistake, I forgot something, had to go buy something, had to go pick up a different tool I wasn't prepared for on this, and come back, and I had more time put in it. That waters down your time per hour to complete the job if it's a quote specifically. Time and materials not so much, but they'll probably bulk if you have a bunch of added hours when you said you could do it in this amount of time. But what ends up happening is you don't make as much profit as you think you do. You make all this money, but if you actually subtract your time, your consumables, your gas, all these things that are in play, you'll realize how much profit you're actually making per job. So track your numbers. Don't just grab the cash and put it in your pocket, because I guarantee you that is not going to be a very good way to grow a business if you have no idea if you're profiting or not. You could very well be putting cash in your pocket and going backwards. In about 6 months, you'll run out of money. Lesson 4. More people do not reduce the chaos. If anything, they actually make it worse. And this is a system around people. You've got to learn to systemize people and making it very clear what your expectations are. You have to learn to get out of your head being a good tradesperson, specifically if you're blue collar, being good at what you do, and start learning how to be good at explaining what you need done. This is, again, thinking like a business and not so much just creating a job for yourself. You have to know how to have a system in place that will completely relay all the information necessary, and this takes practice, it really does, but as you go along, all the information that's necessary to be relayed to any help that you get or any help that you have around you for the particular job. People do not reduce the chaos, they make it worse. So build a system, or learn how to build a system to reduce that chaos and properly distribute information and expectations. That is huge. That is probably one of the biggest ones I learned, was lesson number 4. Lesson number 5. Your brand sends a signal, even if you don't intend it to. Now, when I started, I was going back and forth talking with my brother. We came up with the name Welder Beast. I've got a big backstory with it we won't get into now. But anyways, it is Welder Beast. Slapped it on the side of the truck. People liked it. It started catching on. But here's the thing: just because people were remembering it and they saw it a lot in town does not mean that it was getting any kind of good traction. I had to show up on time. I had to do good work, good quality work, because your name and your reputation is all you have, and it can go downhill very fast. So don't get so wadded up in the branding of what you look like on the outside. Make sure your work and your quality follows through. Luckily, that was not a lesson that I ran into that I had to deal with, but it is one that I noticed around me. Is a lot of people have really cool names and really cool branding, but they did not execute, and that ended up costing them majorly pretty quickly. Whenever, I mean, I wouldn't say it was very far down the road. It was pretty quick. The quality of work and their follow through just ended up burning them, and word of mouth, it spreads quick. It spreads like fire. So make sure you're aware that your brand spreads, whether you know it or not. It's happening. So everything I just shared, I learned from experience. I didn't get it from a coach. I didn't go to college. It was born from brutal. And I'm sharing it with you, so hopefully you don't make the same mistakes. Chaos is everywhere. It doesn't matter what kind of blue collar service you're in or work you're in, what trade you have, it's everywhere. Please try to apply some of these lessons to your business if you're just getting started or you're already in it. And if this interests you, please hit the subscribe, thumbs up, like it. If you're going through something right now, you have some chaos in your business, you're trying to figure out how to wrap your head around how to systematize it or get operations in place, put it in the comments. I would love to help you. That is what I'm here for, is helping businesses systematize and grow something real, not just have a job for themselves and for the owners. You don't need that. We need to start building systems to break yourself away and have a real business. So let's do it.